My name's Haakon. I'm from Kids Acting for Kids. I'm currently the chairman. And I just want to tell you two quick stories today. Before that, I'll talk a little bit about what we do. So we're a Norwegian charity organization that works mainly with Operation Smile, as well as Ben Shashinda. And what we do is we go and we help fund surgeries for children born with cleft lip and cleft palate. Now, most people maybe aren't familiar with the kind of the side effects or the struggles of being born with these conditions. Some of the main ones are, number one, you can't eat properly. Number two, you can't speak properly. And number three, as a consequence of those two, plus how it looks aesthetically, oftentimes it's hard to fit into society. Actually, 1 in 10 babies don't make it past their first birthday. And the difference between having this condition or being born with this condition here in Thailand or in Myanmar as compared to Norway is if you don't have money for an operation, you're not guaranteed that it gets fixed. So you risk either your health or your chance at having a normal life. So now I want to get into the two stories, and these are two stories from patients that we've had actually. The first one was a young man we met. He was 12 years old, by the name of Geng, and he was with his mother at one of our surgery missions, clearly embarrassed about the cleft lip on his face, and they told us that he hated going to school. He was bullied. It was a struggle to get him to get out of bed every morning to go to school. And of course, the mom had to come to school to help him 3 times a day to do simple things such as eat. So she couldn't work. And you can imagine, as a 12-year-old boy in middle school, it's not that cool to have your mom come 3 times a day. But after the surgery, it was a very successful surgery, and we caught up with him a while afterwards, after he made a full recovery. His parents told us he loved going to school. He was making friends. He felt like just a normal human being. I mean, these people don't want to be the best. They just want a normal chance at life. And he had finally gotten that. Additionally, the mother could work a full-time job, so you doubled the family income. So you can really imagine how big of a change this was for not only Geng, but for Geng's family. The second story, so this is actually an old man, about 60 years old. Most of the people we help are children or even infants, very young. But this one had been living with this condition, a big cleft lip, for 60 years. And he was hanging around one of our surgery missions around the hospital for the whole week, actually, for several days. And luckily the doctors finished a bit early, all their other surgeries, and still had both time and equipment left to do more. So we asked the guy, hey, we've seen you around here for a couple days. Do you want to have your cleft lip surgery done? And he said, yeah, absolutely, that would be great. He hadn't even asked because he, of course, wanted the children to go first. And after the surgery, we caught up with him after it was a successful surgery. And we said, you know, you've been living with this for 60 years now. Why did you want to go through the surgery process now? And he said, well, quite simple. And he smiles with his new smile and he says, I've never kissed anyone. I want to have my first kiss. So you can imagine it's a rewarding feeling for us as well, and for everyone who helps out, and of course for the patients themselves. They get a new chance at life. The thing about our organization is 100% of donations and funds raised go directly towards the cause. That means all the administrative costs are covered out of pocket by the volunteers themselves. One surgery costs about 25,000 baht. However, every baht or every amount of money you give to us is doubled or matched by our sponsors. So really your money counts twice with us. The cause that we work for, we strongly believe in, but we can't do it alone. So we need people like you and companies like yours to help us keep doing what we do. So please, if you haven't already, or even if you have, stop by our table to check out all the Christmas crafts and goodies. Buy something for your loved ones or for yourself, and also help a great cause. Thank you very much. Tusen takk. KAFK.